What is up, guys? It's your boy Big Husk and
Tommy Boy.
We're doing a Q&A. We had it up on our IG Live poll. It was only up for a few hours, and so I'm not sure how many questions we have, but hey, we'll see what we got.
Yeah, we've never actually sat down and done this before, so after a few years of hard work and making music, and I'm sure some of you might want to know where we just started.
Yeah. And make sure you guys go check out the album Neon Lights if you haven't already. Just dropped and it's doing really well, and we got a lot of stuff planned for it that you guys will probably be seeing after this in the near future. So
We'll put the link down below. It's on all platforms. If you guys want to help us out, it would be wonderful.
All right, so we're gonna just jump right into it, I guess. We haven't read any of these questions, and I have no idea what anybody asked, so it should be pretty interesting. And for those of you who put it in the Q&As and asked us some stuff, we really appreciate it. And if this goes well, maybe we'll do it again sometime, because we're just kind of trying to generate new content for you guys. So the first question that we got, T, is what is the best way to go from 0 fans to your first 10 to your first 100? You want to start that off? Or?
Sure, I'll start it off.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, the best way to get any kind of traction or any kind of fans is to put out content. A lot of people try to go from 0 to 100 fans in a day, but the reality is no one's gonna subscribe or listen to your music or what you have until there's like enough there for them. I mean, personally, if I get hit up by an artist and they only have one song out, I mean, I'll tell them my opinion or whatever, but the odds are the general public, they won't listen to you unless you have like a good foundation of music.
Yeah, I definitely agree. So basically the catalog.
Yeah, so just build your catalog, keep making music, keep making hits. If you have don't get discouraged if nobody listens to your music. Just make music that you love, and eventually like the people will come.
Yeah, I agree with that. Some things to add on to that I think would be also good is just, consistency, right? I feel like that's like something that is overlooked often. It's just, finding a routine that works for you. If it's 1 song a month, 2 songs, whatever fits your like daily schedule, your daily routine that keeps you in a process of a good workflow, I think that's major too.
Yeah, exactly. Consistency is really important because, for example, if I have an artist that I like, but I have no idea when they're uploading or posting, then odds are I won't be following them. But if I know there's an artist that, is going to upload, every week or every month or every few months, and you kind of know when they're going to upload, then, you become a fan of that person.
Yeah.
Another thing to branch off of that, I think, too, is being personable with your fans. If you have 0 fans, that 1, 5, 10 people that actually do want to be fans of you, become friends with them first, building a community. And, if they're willing to spend their time listening to you and you just started out, then you need to, be personal with them.
Yeah, I totally hit the nail on the head. All right, so let's go to the next question. The next question, if you had one character to pipe, who is it?
This Q&A literally went from one direction to the other, like real fast.
Yeah.
Real fast. Good questions here.
So should we narrow that down to like TV?
Are we doing
anime, characters, movies? What do you?
Well, are we doing like cartoons? Or are we doing like real people?
Why don't you just? Which one would you rather do? How about you do like?
I feel weird answering cartoons.
Oh yeah, so you do a real life celebrity, and then I'll do, I guess, like a character in like an anime or something.
Yeah, you watch that anime stuff anyway. I don't watch that.
Alright, so I'll go first. Like, definitely, like, I'm a big fan of Naruto, Boruto, and all that stuff. I definitely would probably, pipe Sakura. I mean, straight up.
You better be quiet. His girlfriend's right on the outside of here. I don't really watch much TV or movies or anything, but I guess my favorite TV show is The 100, and there's a lot of babes in that show, so I'd probably pick like either Octavia or Raven. I don't know, or Lexa. Any of those three, honestly.
Yeah, that's a show. That's a good choice too. But I mean, we didn't know what you guys wanted, so whatever.
We're answering everything here.
Yeah. All right, so go to the next one. This one seems to go back to the music. Is it better to work a job to fund your music dreams? Let's just go with that.
Yeah, you can go.
I think that obviously, if everybody's situation is going to be different.
That's what I was about to just say.
Yeah. So like, it kind of depends on where you come from, what your daily life is. You know, how there's a lot of different things that can come into account.
Let's just put it in this terms. If you got mommy and daddy money and they're willing to give to you to invest into your hobby, then do it. And you don't need a job, and then you could put all your time. But most people aren't fortunate like that and actually have to find a way to make money to invest into their career, invest into their hobbies. So therefore, then you must find another source of income, or guess what? You're not going to have anything.
Yeah, because I think a big thing of it is like, I feel like kind of regardless, you need some source of income, whether it's work related or however you get your money, because even if you have family support, they're probably more than likely not supporting your advertising, your promotions, which is also like a whole different ballgame that is going to take a lot of people a long time to learn. But to be honest, that's probably where the majority of the growth is going to come from. So yeah, you might, get lucky and have a family member who buys you a microphone, but it's only going to go so far putting music out without running like some type of exposure campaign,
Yeah.
Which, and a lot of times that shit can get expensive.
Yeah, and especially like as artists, as artists, you're not really going to be making any money when you first start out. Like, you're not going to see any return. All right, you're going to have to buy all your equipment, spend hundreds of dollars on your equipment, even thousands depending on your budget. Then you're going to spend money on leases for beats, and you're going to spend money on mixing and engineering if you don't do all that yourself. Then you're going to spend money on advertising, and then you're going to spend money on music videos. Like, literally, it's just spend, and very little take in when you're first starting out. So be prepared to spend a lot of money when you're, becoming an artist, because
it's expensive as fucking.
It's an expensive hobby, and your money goes real quick if you're not careful with it. So definitely, I would recommend finding a way to bring in a consistent income so that way you can fund this hobby.
Fund your life, fund your music, and like just maintain balance. That's like, I think, balance with doing like the music shit and whatever real life situation you got like going on. And it varies. Next question. The things that annoy us most about the music industry. I'll start this one off. So, I feel like what annoys me the most about the music industry is it's very hard to assemble a team that works collaborative and enjoys like just the art of it. I feel like nowadays a lot of the industry like really steers more towards the money and the fame versus the art, and it just takes a lot away from the artists and pretty much everybody who's a part of the creation of music.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's probably one of my most annoying things too. Like, for me, I do like video and photo on the side and music, and I do a bunch of stuff, and I have literally no issues with doing something for someone that I'm either close with or friends with. Like, I have people that I know that want to make music. I would just like let them use my recording stuff for free, just because I want to just give out a helping hand and see what people can do and how creative people can be. Like, if I was gonna charge someone to like use my recording thing that I'm close with, then like they're not gonna do it, and then you never know what you're missing out on. But like, we have this issue all the time because me and Husk are like best friends since we were younger, so it's easier for us to just kind of, if we argue or something, we blow it off in like the next day or the next 5 minutes. Yeah. But with other people, it's just like you don't know who to trust. Everybody wants to charge you for everything. I don't think me and Husk have charged each other really for anything unless it's like beat leases. And
usually that's just dividing it just so we make the money back. We just divide it.
Exactly. We've had to find ways around an entire team into just us two.
Yeah.
I usually handle more of the video and I have all like the expensive camera gear, and the editing and all that, but Husk has all the mixing and all the recording stuff, and we kind of just go hand in hand with that. And yeah, that's the most annoying part, I think.
Yeah, and like trust, like you're gonna get fucked over a lot because like it's just a part of the learning process, to be honest. And like I'm talking people who like verified mofos that will just like, oh, your song's doing good. If you don't give me money, I'm gonna sell it to Sony. Stupid threats like that. Like, and I'm not even kidding. All right. So on to the next question here. When is the right time to put your first song on Spotify?
The first song you make. I mean, there's no harm to it. Okay. Especially nowadays, when you're making music and you tell people, oh yeah, my song's on SoundCloud, like odds are people are just gonna blow it off just because of the bad rep SoundCloud has anymore.
Yeah.
But I would say literally put your first song on there. It's not gonna hurt anything, and you could tell people, hey, I'm on all platforms, and then they're gonna be like, wow. I mean, I can't tell you how many times when people say like, oh, you make music, and I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, on SoundCloud? I'm like, no, on all platforms. And then like they just automatically assume you differently.
Yeah, a lot of goated artists came from SoundCloud, but like once you come back and say, yo, I'm on Spotify, they're like, oh, you're on Spotify, bro?
Exactly.
That's sick.
No.
So that's important too.
It is very important. So if you guys don't know how to get on all platforms, DistroKid. Just look it up, you'll find out a way.
Yep. And I think too, like even there's other distribution centers and stuff too, but that's what we use.
Yeah,
so,
a lot of people use DistroKid, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So.
And honestly, like they all have their pros and cons. So definitely do your research on that. And just to add on to that, I think for your first song too, like unless you have it down like the whole 9, nobody's gonna listen to it.
No.
No, nobody's gonna listen.
Nobody's gonna listen to it. It's probably gonna suck too.
And if it sucks that bad, guess what? You're probably gonna take it out.
Yes. If it sucks, then one day when you get better, you can look back and be like, "Yo, this sucks," and just delete it. That's the great thing about the delete button is.
Yeah.
In the future, you can look back and just delete.
Mm-hmm.
So don't worry if it sucks.
It's just a stepping stone.
Exactly.
All right. Next question. What motivates you to work hard?